I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! The show goes on! This is my home!
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Say hello to my little friend! It's a man, baby! Fuck you, retard!
Oh, behave. Yeah. Why so serious?
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
I am Iron Man.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Welcome to the lovely and talented Man Show podcast. I'm Cab Manning along with Mr. Billy Botti. Billy, say hello.
Man, what a couple of... Hello. Hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, I forgot I'm on the busted up old broken phone from 2 years ago where I have to put the loudspeaker on. Sorry.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. What the fuck's going on with your shit phone?
What's that? Can you hear me?
I hear you. We all hear you. All too well.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Are you busy texting? That's the fucking problem.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing anything. I'm literally like on here talking to you. That's it.
Okay.
You know what would be better if what I did for what my WhatsApp going is when I tether this old phone onto when I use the data from this old phone and put it onto the new one. That worked a minute ago. I'm going to do that instead.
Well, what's wrong with this phone? Other than getting texts.
That's the other phone because I just turned the data off. So now I'm trying to call you on this one.
Okay, you're calling. Let me hang up and accept on the other one. All right. Everybody's seeing.
That might be.
There
That
it
might
is.
be. Okay, so basically the other phone is the one where I have all my data, and that's the one that works. So what happened is I bought a new phone from my fucking landlord, who is the biggest fucking retard going.
Well, if he swindled you, I don't know. What does it say about you?
Oh, he's a fucking dick, daddy's boy, piece of shit, who's basically inherited everything his whole life. Like he's like basically he's a closet fag, and his wife is like a massive beard. He did Big Brother like 5 years before me. I've known him for a while, and basically I rent from him one of his flats, and me and him had a falling out over. I'll tell you, and you won't believe it until I send you the letter, the handwritten letter that he posted through my door to validate this whole story. And we can even post it online on Twitter just to read how much of a mental narcissist this asshole is. So this fucking cocksucker has an argument with me over tennis footballs. I invite him. He joins my gym. I say to him, he plays tennis. I say to him, come and join the social, the tennis social where, you know, all the members play and they organize games of doubles and everything. So, you know, I tell you, it's a good way to like meet people. Some of the players are trash and some of them are good or whatever. He's there having a go at people about foot vaulting, right? Foot vaulting is a rule in tennis that the professionals barely even fucking keep up with, right? It's basically all it means. It doesn't mean the ball is out, doesn't mean it hits the net, doesn't mean anything important at all. It means that when you serve, your feet must be behind the line. And if you who are you talking to?
I'm not talking to anybody.
What's that? Well, I can hear a noise in the background.
Go ahead.
It's like a speaker or something.
Maybe my work phone. Hold on. Yeah, the other work phone is on. Voicemails are on. Fuck.
All right. So anyway, don't worry about that. So I So I introduce him to these people, and he's having a go at them about them not abiding by footballs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which nobody gives a shit about, because it's basically serving before you hit. You make contact with the ball before your feet cross the line. No one pays attention to it. So I say to him, look, you need to like stop that, because people are going to get pissed off about it. He goes, and he's all like, well, you know, if you're not going to play by the rules, they might as well call my shots out if they're in. It's like, it's not the fucking same thing. A ball being out is a massive thing. A football doesn't mean anything. No one pays attention to it.
Okay.
So I mentioned this to him really because A, he is pissing people off, and B, one woman doesn't want him there because he killed her friend's one of her friend's relatives in a car accident 5 years before, and she goes, I don't want to play with him because I know the family of the person that he killed.
Jesus.
I was like, what? So I go on Google, and it's true. Like, he did fucking kill somebody in his car and got away with it, probably because of his dad being like an important member of the community or whatever. Because I know I've seen him drive, and he definitely fucking murdered this person. And so they didn't. This one woman didn't want him. Other people were complaining that he's ruining it for him, and they don't want him to come back or whatever. So I just say to him, I don't say to him like, don't come back. I say to him, look, you're gonna like piss these people off or whatever. And then he does it through the group chat or whatever. When they were taking a list of names, he wasn't included in the list. Like, so he wasn't. They decided not to bring him back at all.
Okay.
So when I come back from New York, after discussing with him that he was supposed to be feeding my guinea pigs because he like comes in and out of those flats all the time, and I said to him, "Don't worry about it. My neighbour's going to do it." Because I didn't want him to do it now, because me and him had just had a discussion about these tennis foot vaults, and I said, "Look, don't worry about feeding my pets. My neighbour's going to do it." Blah blah blah. He sends me a written warning saying that there was too much mess in the communal area. If you're going to have, this is your first warning. He said you're allowed. If you're going to have pets, they need to be like kept tidy. This is not tidy. Now, it was never going to be tidy because they're in the fucking communal area, which is where I told him they were going to be, because I wasn't going to give my neighbour my key. I was going to leave it in the communal area. For those of you that don't know what that is, basically, there's flats on every level. There's 2 flats, and the communal area is the middle area that we share for the 2 flats. So we come in. He's got a door. I've got a door, and there's a middle bit where we like put our fucking shoes and coats and bicycles and scooters and for our kids and shit. So that's where the guinea pigs were kept, in the communal areas. When you come into my building, you open the front door, you go up 2 flights of stairs to the 3rd floor, then you open another door with a key, which is a communal area, then you open the key to my actual flat. So you need 3 keys to get into my flat. And this was just basically kept in the communal area. So he basically gave me a warning, right?
Yeah.
I messaged him and what the fuck is this? Like, and then he like blocked me out of the. So then he like I text his wife and go, is your husband having like some kind of mental breakdown or whatever? And then she just says she didn't reply to me, but then he's like gradually starts speaking to me over time. It's not quite the same because I'm fucking pissed. I got this like warning letter. Then he's on my Facebook wall, right? And I go on this thing called a speed awareness course. I'm on the speed awareness course, and I tweet out how boring the speed awareness course is on Facebook. I'm saying the word tweet just because I'm used to it, but put out a status about how boring the course is. This fucking dick comes on there and he's like, "Oh, and and he goes, it's boring, and your insurance is going to go up as well because you have to declare it," because he thinks he knows everything. When I was in Court of Austin, this guy thought he was like a solicitor. He gave me the most irrelevant and pointless and incorrect legal advice that I've ever had in my life. Then because I know how much he likes to think that he's right, like I just was like, okay, fine. I just let him talk. He's one of these people, like, you just got to let them talk because they want to hear themselves talk, and they want to know, and they want to think that they're saying something really helpful. So even like after we've had these rows recently, he keeps talking about how ungrateful I am, but how much he helped me. But we'll get to that because it's really funny. So at this point, someone on the wall says, "No, you don't have to do it." So he's having a big argument with this guy, right? He's having a big argument with this guy, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Texas to Boy Wonder, which is Nick, and I'm going to send you what I sent him, which is how all of this progressed. with this fucking dipshit from this point. So as you're pretty much up to date with these, where the messages are coming through now, you'll see that the Facebook argument that he had with the complete stranger, if these ever go through. Okay,
Yeah,
so gone
it went through on me.
So this is just him in it. So we can skim through these, and then I'll get you to read something in a minute. So the first one is he's saying about the insurance going up with the guy.
Okay.
So it's just all on Facebook. And then he goes, Billy, sometimes you're such a prick. I know this to be true, blah, blah, blah. Basically, it wasn't true. The people on the course told us your insurance doesn't go up and you don't declare it.
Okay.
So now, if you scroll across about 3 or 4 messages, you get to a WhatsApp message
Right,
where it says,
up here. Okay, there
Monday
we go.
Monday the 23rd of September.
Mm-hmm.
You can read that if you want.
Okay.
This is my landlord and friend.
This is from him. Fuck off, you prick. My dad's insurance did go up because of this. Sometimes you are a complete noob. Or is that a knob for you? Okay.
No,
I don't know if
a
you were a
dick.
noob or a knob. Oh, okay. So he's calling a knob is a dick for you guys. Okay. No wonder you have a small amount of friends that actually care about you. And when they do, you insult them. I was nearly pointing out, not merely. I was nearly pointing out that insurance companies do anything they can to get more money. That's why we all left Admiral. I think he's trying to say laugh my ass off. LAO, it says.
It's funny because I just got insured with Admiral like last week, which is ironic.
How funny is that you guys have Admiral and we have a thing called General? That's interesting. I want the 250 pounds for the rest of the iPhone. You've had long enough. Another part here. Should read no wonder you have a small amount of friends. Some actually care about you, then you insult them. What? It's like he said the same thing. He cut it off and put another piece that says the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Drop the money off in an envelope and drop it into the office. I'm done with you. I'm done with you ugly attitude and how the world is against you, bollocks. Next time you see me, mate. Next time you see your mate, my dad. What the fuck does that mean? Next time you see your mate,
he says
my
next
dad.
time he can't. He doesn't know how to punctuate because he's such a clever, such a clever guy that should have been a solicitor. He can't even type. Next time you see your mate, my dad, ask him about his insurance. Call him a liar to his face. I dare you. Like his dad's his dad's like some fucking. His dad is one of these guys that's so fat, right? His body is a fucking triangle on top of 2 legs. That's what he looks like.
Hey, a little bit Otis from Heavy Machinery.
No, he's fatter than that. He's like got a weirder shape than that. So
Grimace?
we move over now to the handwritten letter, which I'll read because I think you're struggling with. This is what this fucking psychopath. And we're going to put this up online so you can see it. Billy, I'm extremely disappointed with our latest issue of our friendship. You basically called me a liar regarding what was said about your speed awareness course. He's still going on about it.
Jesus.
I didn't waste my time talking, but think how irrelevant these two things are: tennis foot vaulting and speed awareness courses, and whether you need to declare it on your insurance. I didn't waste my time talking bollocks to who I think my friends are, to be told by you that you believe a man who is doing the course over me. Let's re-examine that sentence. To be told that you believe the man who is doing the course over me is complete bollocks, especially when I told you about the rules of foot fault and you were adamant I was wrong. Even when a coach told you, who is a pro, told you I was right, you still wouldn't believe him. You even went online to check, as Billy's always right. So basically, when I check,
well, we know you don't like to be wrong. That's for sure.
Right, but so basically, he's saying you would rather believe the professional who does the course over me, right?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. And then he uses me not listening to the tennis coach as an example. First of all, I didn't disagree that foot vaulting is an illegal thing in tennis. I just said that nobody in this club adheres to it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I personally am not a foot faulter because I serve with my feet on the side, facing sideways, so I can't cross the line.
I laugh
just
because I'm
open-
sure 98% of the audience would not know a fucking foot fault if they fucking went up their ass. Because who the hell's playing tennis?
Right, exactly. But the thing is that basically I serve in a sideways stance, so you can't foot fault. The people that foot fault serve square, and I was defending all the other people that he offended, not myself. So this letter continues. Even I explained that maybe not all insurance companies do this. You still had to open your mouth. I've cut some of this letter off because you were told by the people on a course that it must be right. Well, yeah, no shit. They fucking run the course three times a day, 5 days a week. So they do 15 courses a day, but he's right. If you honestly think that everybody that works knows everything about their job, you are wrong. Wow. My dad, he's always
my daddy. Yeah.
He's like 40 years old. I was like, my daddy clearly remembers that his insurance did raise his premium, even though only a little. I am correct that you do have to inform your insurance companies of the minor items, although not illegal. The offer is still there to speak to my dad regarding the speed awareness course that resulted in his insurance hike. Yeah, that's my high priority. Finally, you still owe me £250 for the iPhone. If you can pay it bank transfer, here's the bank details. I'll give them out in case anyone wants to pay it for me. 47753196 is the account number. 602426. If any of our listeners want to pay it, I'll appreciate that.
I'm sure.
I want it by Friday afternoon. I'll just let M. Cole deal with it, which is like money collection people. Because by Friday I will know you have no intention to honour the agreement. This will add £25. I've waited. I think this word's supposed to be waited. It says I have changed or something. I chased you enough. He's never asked me for it once, but you don't seem to care. I suspect you deem my kindness as weakness. I do begrudgingly feel I should apologise for calling you a prick, but it did seem justifiable at the time. You'll be receiving a letter from Ogilvy in the next few days. This has nothing to do with personal issues and feelings. Now, the letter is on the next page. The letter basically pretends that he didn't know I had a pet. It says it, and it basically says it's come to our attention that you have a pet.
Oh, man.
That you must get rid of within 7 days.
Meanwhile, he was fucking, when you were at Mania, wasn't he fucking taking care of it?
Right.
Yeah.
And so he's pretending he didn't know, and he's saying that you must get rid of it within 7 days. In addition to that, he's also saying that we understand that you're out of court, so now all your rent arrears must be cleared. So I had an agreement with him that I wouldn't pay my rent for February because it was my most expensive court day, and that I would pay $900 a month, so therefore I would pay £100 extra for 9 months. Now, this agreement wasn't in writing. It was just what they agreed. And then all of a sudden, he sends me a letter going, we understand that you're out of court and your rent arrears must be immediately paid. So now he wants to phone the rent arrears and for me to get rid of my pet because I argued with him about tennis foot faulting and a speed awareness course. And this is all real because the letters have all just gone to Cav. So what happens is that I don't send him the whole money, even though I could. I send him £50 immediately, and it says, and the reference is, you sad man. and I continue to send £50 to him every few weeks with different insulting references, which I can't remember them all at this point in time, but I can because I think he ended up sending them to my dad. And tried to get my dad involved, like, because obviously he does everything for his dad, and my dad was like,
what do I have to do with this?
Yeah, so my references are grow up, a-hole, you sad man. Where's the other one? I can't find the other one. I think these are just the ones he found. There was one other. There was only three. I think come, but I couldn't get it all in. So it was like come out. I abbreviated come out, and it was TH closet. Come out the closet.
Oh shit!
So he got 3 payments of £50. So it got down to like the last 100. So he did pass it to M. Cole, the debt collection agency, who sent me a letter last week. So what I think he's done is he also has subsequently frozen the phone so that the phone doesn't work. at the same time, which I think is what either the debt collection agency do that, or he's probably
How's that possible to do? If you have the phone and it's, I mean,
because it's still under his name and it's been purchased privately. Now he's either done one of two things, which I'll find out.
So
tomorrow.
the bill still comes to him for the data?
No, because there's no data, is there?
No,
because
it's under your fucking number.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the fuck he's doing anything to the phone.
Because the phone is still his phone, isn't it? Because it's on record that he bought the phone.
But if I gave somebody my fucking a phone that I didn't have hooked up, I couldn't fucking do anything about it. I mean, it's like people who steal a phone. All you could do is erase it. You can't even do anything else to it.
Yeah, but if you have the serial number of that phone, you can stop it completely. If you steal a phone and someone knows the serial number, you can stop it. And the thing is, all phones that are bought through a carrier, all contract mobile phones, if you're bought through like.
Doesn't a number and the serial number have to match? Like your phone number has to match that fucking serial number?
No, you can put any SIM card into like any phone and get it going, because the bill, my SIM card is what is billed. It's not his SIM card that's inside it. It's just his phone. It's his phone, but it's my SIM that's in it. So anyway, what he's done is that he's either done one of two things. He's told them to freeze the phone because he's not in possession of it, or he's reported it stolen, which is even stupider because that means that it will never work again.
The world you fucking live in.
So I then I then realized this while I was out and about. All of a sudden my phone has got no bars at all, at which point I would have to then U-turn around and come back and get my old phone and put the fucking SIM card in it, and I'm now tethering onto my new phone so that I can still use WhatsApp.
Jesus.
Because of this fucking moron. But I'm still willing to I'm still willing to go to court and basically say, because the last thing I said to him, I said, you're not getting the last £100 until you change the ownership of the phone, because I can't go to Apple and speak to anybody about this, because one problem with his phone is that it has 100% lasts 3 hours on it, which is probably why he was fucking selling it in the first place. But regardless, I'm willing at this point to I fucking hate this guy so much that I would go and buy a new iPhone 11 tomorrow with a new contract and everything, and just let this fucking phone sit in a drawer and not pay him.
You've just showed him.
Well, I want to go to court for it. In fact, I want to actually get I can almost do like a reverse case where it says there, would you like to open a counterclaim? And I think the counterclaim will just literally be about how fucking I would be would obviously talk about how stressed it's made me feel, how I'm emotionally distressed by having him as my landlord, and how he keeps sending me letters about my tenancy which are unrelated to it, because every time
he harasses me about my tennis.
Yeah, and my tenancy.
Oh, the tenancy. I thought you said tennis.
But the thing is, yeah. No. He every time we have a private argument, a personal argument, he makes it about my tenancy. So
yeah, he does. He goes right to that.
That's pretty much where it's at. I'm trying to see if the girls that I'm with are out now. So listen, I'm gonna have to pause for a second.
Billy's out fucking dragging around hooas. So we'll pause this.
This is another story altogether.
Yeah, no kid. You better hurry up back. All right.
Okay, well, you know what? Don't say anything. I'll just leave it on the thing for a second.
Okay.
Just don't speak.
Yeah. Just waiting for Sasha as well.
Was that 10 minutes?
I'm not sure. Because I finished mine and then I was waiting for Sasha because there was only one room in it. I didn't want to leave her in there alone. Felt bad.
Well, these guys only had one room between all of them.
No, there's only two guys.
Oh.
And there's the living room, but the living room's like got bare weed and stuff everywhere. It's like a trap house in there. Can we go shop as well?
Yeah, I can just run down.
Well, there was a little taste of Billy picking up fucking hooas. For you who don't know, Billy's job, the job he has, is he takes around escorts and drops them off to the fucking guys' houses and like sits outside, waits for them to be done sucking and fucking the guys, and then gets in his car and he drives them to the next fucking John. It's he's like a middleman pimp. The pimp just has him drive around, so he's the fucking chauffeur to the fucking to the whoas. And you gotta see if I think he blew it there. He should have asked them. So what was the guy into? We would have had a whole show right here for you guys, listening to. So what was the? What did you do to the guy? Did you blow him? Did he have a big dick? Did he fucking wear you out? Were you bored just fucking him? I mean, there's so many fucking questions. But maybe as soon as they got into the fucking all the drugs in the fucking room, that's when Billy got rid of us. So we will pause for a second, and I'll just hit the fucking pause button, and when it comes right back, you'll hear me back with Billy, and we'll go over. He went to this fucking porn convention, fucking awards, whatever the hell this fucking thing is. It's like that. What do they have over here? The fucking AVN awards, but it's over there for the fucking British, for the limeys. And then we'll go over some NFL, which was a fucking disaster last week, really, when it came down to it. I won a couple bets. I'll tell you, the best idea to do for betting, I like to do a parlay. Billy's crazy. He puts like $100 at a time on certain ones, and then he's fucking ready to kill himself on each bet. Fuck that fucking noise. If you have the fucking money to do it, then your best bet is to do 100, but on every fucking game. And you're going to win more than you fucking lose. At worst, you're going to end up getting your fucking money back. So if you can do that, do 100 on every fucking game with the spread, boom, 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 the whole way down. What I like to do, I do $5 on like 4 different fucking parlays. And you do like a parlay of fucking 6. And you do those same 6, but you take out like 2 of them. And you mix and match because you're like, one could fuck up your entire parlay. So you take 1 out and you leave it like that. So now it's only a 5. And then maybe you take out 2. You go, I'm not 100% sure about this. But even the ones I'm 100% sure about, I'll move those the next time. And you kind of mix and match with a couple different teams and do big parlays like that. Because the $5 still get you 100 and something bucks. I mean, Jesus Christ, you get $150 for gambling $5. That ain't bad. Another one I did was like $5, and it was like $250 was the return if you got that shit right. There was one this weekend that Billy sent to me, and it was shit like if you had, it was I think the Browns, the Steelers, the Titans, the Jets, the Dolphins. I think that was it. And it was, if you put like $100 down, you won fucking over $100,000. It was insane because, they're all supposed to fucking lose. Obviously, who the fuck is doing that? But, yeah, who cares the favorites or anything? Whoever you think will beat whatever spread, $5 down, add 5, 6 teams together, you make out when you fucking hit it. So I pretty much, every week, it's almost like I fucking end up even. I'll lose those big ones and then fucking hit one for fucking $30. It's retarded. So we'll be right back, and we will find out the conclusion of Billy driving around whoas. And you don't have to... I'll try to make it a little more interesting show. I know that beginning part was a little rough to get through. Believe me. I'm aware. All right. Billy, are you back? Yes, sir.
See you later, babe. Bye. Of course, yeah. Make sure. I was telling Sasha and all his mates, he's like, I'm in love, man. He's like, listen, Bang his job, and I'm texting my wife. I was like, you're so funny, you're making me laugh. And he's telling Sasha, he's like, big man saying, I'm gonna make your girl fall in love with me and quit this job. I was just like, nah, you got a lot of young time, that's the only way.
Oh wait, he's saying you're the hottest girl.
Yeah, he's like, no, wait, this is not happening. His boys are like, you just made my boys stay, you know. I was like, you're so freaky.
Like, he didn't like fuck you for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. He was just like, I'm trying to control, not even come quicker. But he was like to me, how much do you do privates? It's like, not really. And then he was just like to me, well, how much would you charge for a private all night? And I was just like 700. And he was like, oh, I see. I was like, yeah. It's like, whenever you're available, please.
I don't charge privates.
Privates?
Yeah.
Depending.
Not privates, what am I talking about?
HC. Some are 720, 750, 760. Some are 800.
So if the guys just want to like straight up just fuck when they get in a job, do they just say it?
Yeah.
So
Should we go to the bedroom? Get on. I'm like, yeah.
but some of these guys just like social retards. That's the whole reason they're getting at schools, because they can't even come on their limits.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just sit there and just nothing's going on at all.
Yeah, because they can't even pay you.
Because they can't even. So that's just like what, free money for you, because they can't even. They've got the balls to even say it. But then if they do
I've
say,
been into jobs like where the guys are literally like, you're gonna have the easiest hour of your life, and I'm like, why? They're like, because all I'm gonna do is eat your pussy, and I'm like, oh, is it cool? This does look like the easiest job of my life.
so if they like, so if they do just go straight down and say, if they just come out straight and say, you're obligated to, like, basically, no matter what they look like, shit, no matter what they look like, you're obligated to.
Because I'm not happy with who I'm seeing, like Mia did. I'm not compatible and I'm out.
Right.
And you don't take cancellation because you're the one cancelling.
So why did she come, what was their problem?
Her problem was apparently from earlier she was saying how the guy wanted to do anal with her, but the guy didn't even say that because he spoke to me and Sasha, both of us, and then they mentioned anal at all, even when we were in there. So that was one lie. The second lie had to be she was like to Peter how the guy said to her in front of us, 2 guys for her and one guy each. I said, no, he did not say that. He never said that at all. 2 guys for her. I said she's obviously assumed that because there's 4 guys in there, and obviously when me and Sasha's gone back up, there's only 2 guys up there. We said only 2 guys. But the other 3 friends went next door to the friend's house because the friend's house was next door, and that's why the boy was in there because he came in there to pick up weed from his boy, and next time I got the weed. And then his boy was just like, "Fuck, I'm only in here to collect some weed, and I'm leaving anyways." And then Mia took it out of proportion, and the guy at my house is next door. Like all of us are going in there anyways. Like we talking about. And then she already called Peter, and she was bleeding. She's like, "Girls, you got to come." And I didn't know what was going on, obviously. I was thinking, I was making a drink for myself in the kitchen, like getting a drink.
Like, she's got this thing in her head.
And she's like, no, just come. So I'm coming down the stairs. The guy's following me. He's like, oh, is it because I'm black? And I was like, no, baby. It's got nothing to do with race. And he's like, oh, why are you going like that? Like, what's going on with your friend? And I was like, oh, no, let me find out. Give me 2 seconds. Just stay there, innit? And then obviously we're trying to think. And then I come down to the car to me. She's like, I don't want to stay there. I don't want to stay there. And she's talking in her language. I was like, no one's forced you to stay, but why are you fucking up my shit? Like, you don't want to stay there. You talk for yourself. Don't talk for me. See, you don't want to stay. Don't say I don't want to stay. And Sasha don't want to say, I'm crazy, you're fucking up my money.
See, I don't think she would do those like quick fuck jobs anyway. I think she has some issue with doing that as well.
But she did it like the other week because me, her, Laura, and Sasha, all 4 of us went to a job, and she and me were fucking in the living room, and she was the last to finish, and me and Sasha and Laura were in the bedroom, and me and her were left in the living room, and then obviously I was with my guy. And then she was with her guy. And you know, I told them all to thank me in the end of the job because they were all going to make us all go. And the guy was like to me, oh, do you want to stay? And I was like, yeah, if my friends stay. And he was just like, oh. And I was like, if they stay, I'll stay in it. So then obviously we did another hour. And I was like, oh, say thanks to me, girls. Because they were going to go.
Was there 4 bedrooms in this house?
No, it was only 2 bedrooms. and one living room, but me and Mia ended up being in the living room, and Sasha and Laura went to the bedroom, and I was fine with it because I was just like, yeah, because we're together in the same room, it makes it more sense. Where his eyes are going to be everywhere, it's going to make the thing come quicker.
Oh, he's gonna watch her getting fucked.
As well, obviously, whilst I'm getting fucked, so you know that's going to make a guy more excited at the same time. So I'm like, yeah, I used my mind, and I was like, yeah, let's be together.
See, that's the thing when you be like, oh, what's the point of making an escort? Like, when you can just still go out. But you know, you can go out and get, unless you're a fucking retard, you can go out and get a girl for real. But then, the thing is,
you can get even a normal looking girl, like an ugly girl, and you can just bring her back home. And you know she's going to get.
Well, I wouldn't do that. Like,
Maybe not you, but I'm saying in general for guys.
But I mean, even for me, if I can get somebody decent, I still ain't gonna see where I'm fucking someone on the sofa and then I'm watching my mate fuck someone else. Like, that's the sort of stuff you probably do need to like pay for. Or back in the day, during the time when I first started using, I was out of Big Brother.
Yeah.
Like, we would fuck I was in the same hotel, so like we didn't do all that, but it's kind of dried up for me now. So.
Yeah.
But
But I would agree, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna see if he's fucking me, she's gonna be fucking this and giving him head at the same time. He's gonna make him more excited, which means he's gonna pass his nut quicker, which means I'm gonna be down. I'm jumping.
I think one head. Does that only count as extra? It only counts as extra something about.
Yeah. Only when it's done without a bun and it's an extra.
So just now, when it was like, how many is 10 minutes? You got it.
10 minutes, yeah. Yeah.
Right. So it's like the extra only means without.
Without, yeah. Or like if he wants anything more, like if he wants to start spitting on him and doing all types of other fuckeries, like just came in up like that. I don't come in with the standard service.
I didn't even know blowjob was in the standard service. I guess it depends what girls you talk to.
Yeah, blowjob is standard service with condom. Sex with condom and oral with condom. Yeah. And even with that standard service, sex is always with a condom.
Oh, blowjob with a condom's kind of pointless.
No, you can still feel it, you know.
Oh yeah, I know that.
I know what you mean. It's not the same where your tongue's just swirling around and shit from a mad level.
I get condoms anyway. I'm looking for I'm like fucking searching for 20 years for a condom where I can actually feel something. So.
Look, we're here.
Yeah.
We need to go to the shop.
Oh shit! Yeah. I'll just go down to that one. I thought we was gonna come on the other side.
I just realised. Oh wait, we're here.
To be honest, we were going on such a weird route, probably straight. I didn't know where it was going to come out. And the thing is, I actually don't know what the office postcode is. It always just sends me to Mia and Ella's house, which is down the top. That's the only one I've got in my phone. Yeah, because I was saying, that's what I think. When I speak to Mia about this stuff before, she's going, oh, the girls in the office don't let me, always complain that me and Ella don't come in and they call us princesses, so now that's what Dan says we have to come to work. Yeah. But sometimes I don't think that's why they call them princesses. I think they call them for other reasons. Where it's probably bullshit like this that just happens. So
they want to act like fucking oblivious situation.
I don't think anyone gives a flying fuck whether they stay there.
No, I don't give a fuck, bruv. I don't care, but what I do care is that, what's it called? Don't come here and bullshit it. Don't come in and saying, ill, can I go home early? And then you've been sniffing the whole time, but you're not ill. Because your dance is all done finished. You want to go home early because you're ill, but you done like 2 grams already. Like, what are you talking about? How are you ill?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? That don't fucking make sense. Use all the fucking drinking, and now you're gonna say you're ill and you don't want to go dump. You're just declining it because you're not high and you just want to enjoy with the girls.
I'll sniff with that. Not here. But
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like there's no way that would make her ill. She can do like endless amounts. Is this shop open or is this shop? shop in Maine.
The shop was down there. I thought you were going to another shop.
No, I'm going to the good shop. I'm here. Just making sure it's open. The one, the big green guy.
No, I only know that one down there, the Food and Wine.
We'll go back there. It's still up. It's the last resort. But this one up here by the Tesco's, it's better.
Oh, is it?
What do you want?
I want to get some cigarettes.
Yeah.
I want to get a drink, and I need to swap the tenner as well quickly.
No one's taken you up here before. No one's driven up here before.
I've never driven up here. Actually, I have, but I've not seen the shop. Everyman, like the cinemas here.
The cinema?
Yeah, it's them nice ones. It's the ones that have like sofas and you have like cocktails and stuff in there. The cinema.
I've been involved in this agency for like 7 years and I didn't know that was
And now you do. Did you want anything?
Water.
Alright, cool. I'll come back. Give you section.
Yeah. Hello. Was any of that listening?
Yeah, we listened to everything over here. I even explained to the audience before we even got to that call a couple things. So, you know what my plan was to do? Depending on time, I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, while you're talking to them, I'm just going to chime in and say, Steelers, take the 3 points. To NFL.
I swear this guy just fucking reversed into my car and just didn't even stop. I mean, it's not going to do. I got a Jeep with that huge bumper, so like he reversed it. He hit me at like fucking 2 miles an hour. The fact is that he thought, "Fuck, I need to like drive away as soon as I can." But
so are these girls getting back in the car?
She will get back in the car in a minute, but I don't think she's going to say much more than that. She's already just talked about. I mean, I don't really normally talk to them about that stuff. I was trying to fish for it, but. Yeah, and she talked about how how 4 of them just got fucked and how 2 of them got fucked in the living room in front of each other.
Jesus.
Did you pick all that up?
Oh, everything's picked up. Everything's picked up.
But have you listened? Were you able to listen?
Yeah.
As an American, were you able to because she's got a strong
yeah,
South
I mean,
London
it was the only thing was sound, and so I turned up the volume. I think that'll help. So with editing and everything like that, we should be okay. So,
but her accent's like very like South Londonish.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but we'll see if anyone else could understand the hello. I'm going to fire through these, and you're going to answer them. Ready?
Well, she's coming back, so like I can't. All right,
we'll do my plan. I'm putting you on mute, and I'll listen in, and I'm gonna do NFL while.
But she's gonna. But the thing is, we're like 2 minutes from the office where she's going back to. So when she gets back in the car with her stuff,
because we got 10 minutes left in this fucking show.
All right, so I'm gonna be available like 4 or 5. So
Jesus Christ! Every week, this motherfucker.
Yeah, but look what we just got. So
don't listen to you over here because of me producing. Saying, why'd you fucking hang up?
You know what it was? I had that in mind, but I just thought that it wouldn't even pick up. All right, she's coming back in the car.
All right.
Cut you off or leave
Keep it on. Keep it on. We leave you back with the broadcast.
You know that guy that was parked in front, right?
Yeah.
He literally reversed into my car. And then just
Where's the plan?
You know, I didn't care. Because my car has like a huge bumper, right? It's not going to make any difference.
Well, okay. Until the phone rings again, we'll go on with the show. I'm going to give you the NFL real quickly because we're about done with this, and Billy's not going to keep me from the Lingus Mafia podcast that I do. Steelers going into the Browns. The Browns are giving 3 fucking points. What the fuck? Take the Steelers all fucking day with this one. The Jaguars going into the Colts. The Colts are giving 3 points. Foles is coming back. I take the Jaguars. I don't know if old Charcoal Brissett is playing yet. I thought he was last week, and that fucked everything up. Cowboys -3 going to the Lions. Cowboys all day. I think this should be a butt fucking. Lions defense is 31st. Bears barely fucking beat them. Cowboys have better offense. Falcons going into the Panthers. Only 5 points for the Panthers giving away. I would take the Panthers. Texans going into the Ravens. This should be the game of the week. It's only 4 points for the Ravens. I would still take the Ravens to cover that. The Bills only getting 5.5 against the Dolphins going into the Dolphins. Dolphins all of a sudden win 2 games. They think they're fucking world beaters. I'm taking the Bills. The Jets going into the Redskins. 1.5 points the Redskins are giving. Oh, God. You know what? I wouldn't go crazy, but I'm picking the Redskins. The Saints going into the Bucks. I would especially pick the Saints to get revenge. The Saints are 5.5 point favorites going into Tampa Bay. If it wasn't in Tampa, I'd think this is be more of a rape. It scares me a little bit that it's there, but I would think they've got to win by at least fucking 6. Wouldn't you think? At least a fucking touchdown they're fucking beating them after last week? Get a little bit mojo back. Broncos going into the Vikings. The Vikings are favored by 10.5. I think it might be a lot of points, actually. I'd expect the Vikings to win, but I'm not going crazy with those points. The Cardinals going into the 49ers after 49ers lost for the first time. 11.5 points the 49ers are given. Cardinals played them tight last time. 49ers might be a little more motivated this time. But then again, the Cardinals fucking said we almost beat these motherfuckers last time. I wouldn't touch that one either. Those big point spreads I'm not happy with. Patriots giving up 3.5 to go into Philly. I don't think Philly's that great. The Bears fucking were terrible against them. And fucking the game came down to the last possession. Only 8 points. They fucking beat the worst fucking offense ever. The Patriots aren't the worst offense ever. It's fucking Tom. I take the Patriots. The Bengals are taking 10.5 points. The Raiders giving up 10.5. Ooh, that's a lot of fucking points, but the Bengals are fucking horrific. I'd roll the dice, say fuck it. Raiders got to do this, but boy, you see people relax when they're up by 10. It's 2 scores. You don't have to fucking worry, and that's 10.5. So hopefully you get by 13 there. The Bears going into the Rams. The Rams are giving up 7. I think the Rams should fucking beat the shit out of the Bears. The Rams don't look fucking good, but Jesus Christ, the Bears are fucking terrible. This could be, I mean, whoever fucking loses this, it's pretty much season's fucking done. I think Bears season's done anyway, but they have that little hope because they won last week, and if they win this week, that means then they got the Giants the next and the Lions after that, which is going to give them the world of hope. So it all hangs on this game for them. I still think the Rams will win this. The Chiefs, -3.5 going into San Diego. You heard me. I said San Diego. I think the Chiefs come back strong and beat that fucking spread pretty well. That is your Man Show this week. I'm Cav Manning. He was Mr. Billy Body. And you can find us, The Man Show, you can find us on Twitter at Man Show Podcast. You can find my show at Lingus Mafia on Twitter as well if you want to see all of my nonsense that I'll be starting very shortly. So for Billy, I've been Cav, and we will post on Twitter our locks. Like that fucking matters. We fucking lose every goddamn time we say that kind of shit. I win for the most part. Last week, I fucking lost because I said the Bills would beat the Browns. Meanwhile, though, the Browns had fucking 12 fucking shots at the goal line. 12th and goal. And they didn't get in the fucking end zone. How bad are the fucking Browns? That coach is fucking gone. I'm Cav. He was Billy. He's out with the Hoos. We'll see you next week.